Drills Talk, episode 157. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 reasons you view money incorrectly. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled Money is Everywhere. Money is absolutely everywhere, but you view money incorrectly, and why is that? Why is it worth what you think it's worth? Or did someone tell you that's what it was worth? A 50-carat diamond is worthless to a person who doesn't find value in that diamond. But a person who loves diamonds, admires diamonds, and know others who admire diamonds would be willing to pay top dollar for that. How much does the person who possesses the 50-carat diamond think it's worth? Let's discuss.
Yo, Drills.
Created by the great wizard of the new world.
Drills Talk, episode 157. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 reasons you view money incorrectly. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here we're on entrepreneurship/mindset motivation channel. Every Monday, there's a new blog. Every Wednesday, there's a new Drills Talk. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is you don't understand why it has value. Why is a $100 bill worth more than a $10 bill? Did they cost more to make? No, right? Actually cost more to make a penny than it costs to make $100 bill. So why is the penny worth a penny, 1 cent, and the $100 bill worth $100? Is because the masses have agreed that this thing here, although it doesn't take as much money to make it, is worth, way more than this penny, which it costs actually more than a penny now to make. It doesn't make much sense, but that's the way it is. And that's why we don't understand money. And that's why you may view money incorrectly. The reason that the $100 bill is worth more is because where you are, your country, mostly of you guys in the US, right? We all agree that a piece of green paper with 100 on it, Ben Franklin's face, is worth $100. I can get $100 worth of stuff or services or whatever for this $100 bill. Now, with that same service, and I had a penny, I have no chance of buying anything, right? I don't even know if you can purchase anything with a penny anymore. I'm sure we'll stop even making them soon, right? So why is that? Why is that penny? Why do we agree for that penny to be worth 1/100th of a dollar? It just doesn't make much sense, right? But that's what we agreed upon. So that's the reason it has value. So you have to understand that, man, money is worth what it's worth because everyone just agreed that it was worth that. Very similar to, like, say, cryptocurrency, right? If you think about cryptocurrency and however you feel about it, whatever, but it's basically electronic, right? You can't touch it. It's not really there, but it's there. We create scarcity and we have this thing called Bitcoin, and it's like, well, there's only 21 million of them that'll ever be made, although you still can't touch it. But because of the scarcity and because we agree that it does have some sort of value, it's gotten as high as, goodness, I forgot how high it got. I think it was 70K. And, that may be laughable watching this video in like 5 years. You're like, I wish it was 70K. I would buy 10 of them. Well, you should have. But right now, at this time, I think it's worth around 16 something K, 16 and some change. But from where? Why? How? Because a group of people decided that this does have some value, and that group of people convinced a larger group of people that, yeah, this does have value. It is scarce. We're going to apply this number to it. And, as time goes on and people want it and then people sell it and things happen, it gets to a value of around 16K that we have today. Now, a year from now, when a new wave of, people are enlightened about this new thing called cryptocurrency and the markets are turning around, we may see it go up to 100K. And how did it get there? Because now we say that it's worth 100K. Nothing else happened but people agreeing. So when you understand that the value of money is just because of the agreed upon value of it from the masses or a group of people, you really look at money a lot differently. And I hope you do. And this is going to help you continue to look at it a lot differently. Number two. Number two is you can create value too. They made money out of nothing. Yes, it was tied to precious metals in the past, but now it's not, right? So now they just literally print it. And of course, later on, there are some consequences that we're kind of going through right now, where if you print too much of it, we have to deal with inflation. But over time, that kind of dwindles down and we get back to status quo. But they do just in the immediate print it, and there's like no consequence until a little later. So you can do that too. How can you do that? Like, okay, you're going to create value in yourself. You're going to make yourself, which, you may or may not be valuable right now. Let's say you don't have a very valuable skill to sell or package, but you can create a valuable skill or package and sell it from nothing, just like they did with money, just like they did with crypto, just like they really do with new companies and IPOs. It's like, how is this company worth this? Well, we decided that we think we're at least worth $10 million or at least $100 million. And based on our stock sales for that day, we started the day at a 10 million valuation, but we ended the day at 37 million, just based on the price that the people were willing to pay for a piece of our company. Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere. It was the agreed upon value of that company on that day by a group of people. So if people see that your skill is worth something, one day it may be worth $500 for an entire course. 2 years from now, it may be $500 an hour just to speak to you. Did you change? You may have gained a little more knowledge, but as far as, from $500 an hour to $500 for, however many hours your package was or your online course was, it's pretty different. And you're a little more popular now. So you're selling to a lot more people. So that $500 an hour, you pretty much write your own ticket, 10 hours a week, you're making $5K a week. And I'm sure you weren't making that money when you were trying to sell your courses. Number three is a lack of the skill of sales. If you cannot sell, then you will not understand money. Now, I touched on number 2, which was you can create value too. But if you create value and you don't know how to put it together and you can't sell it, then creating that value is going to be pretty hard for you. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to either have to learn sales or you're going to have to find somebody who understands sales and can do it. And once you can understand sales or learn the skill of sales or find somebody to do it, you will see that you can pretty much print your own money. Once you understand that, hey, I have this great product or service. I have this machine, which is basically online ads. I know that every dollar I put out, I make, say, $1.50, $1.40 back. You are technically printing money. Every dollar you spend, you're making $1.40. That's 40 cents that you are creating in value. Have you ever looked at money that way? Maybe you should start looking at money that way. Because the quicker you do that, the quicker you understand that you can create money just as the governments and the powers that be created money back in the day. You can create money for yourself via the skill of sales, via the skill of creating a product and making yourself valuable. Number 4. Number 4 is chasing it. You chase money. You're working a lot. You're working very hard. But what you're working for is money that is at a whim or on a whim printed when needed and given out. Like we've seen that, right? In the last 2 years, but you busting your tail for a $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 raise and working your tail off for 52 weeks in hopes to get that. And then you have to wait 52 weeks to find out that you didn't quite get that. And maybe, you know, with inflation this year, you actually taking a loss. So what do you do with that? Like, you've dedicated 52 weeks because you were chasing that. But if you spent that 52 weeks creating value, would you have to chase it? No. That's understanding money. It's not about chasing it. It's about creating something valuable, letting the masses know that it's valuable, having them agree that it's valuable, and selling them that. Drills Talk, episode 157. These are the top 4 reasons you view money incorrectly. I hope this has turned you into a different mindset when it comes to money. I hope that you are, you know, thinking about different things that you can try or create value in, because that's exactly why I created this video. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.